Factory Five Roadster 6882 power steering. Okay, this is the new power steering pump. It's for a 93 Mustang, and I have a new bracket here, which is in place of the Ford bracket that would have held on the power steering, or you could have just bought a bracket that will attached onto the head over here, but this was about the same price, and I like the look of this one better, so I got this bracket here. And then with this rack down here, but the rack, I changed out the how can we get in here, changed out the fittings, the return line and the supply line. So sorry about this. Okay, the supply line is the pressurized line, and that is a 9/16 fitting, and that goes to a 6 AN. And then the return line is a 5/8 inch fitting, and I reused the stock one because that was just a low pressure line. I didn't feel like I needed to really boost that thing up. And then the hose is a pre-made hose that I purchased from Summit, and it was 20 inches, I think. Not really sure. This fitting, I can't remember what the threads is of that, to a 6 AN, obviously. So this is a 3/8. This is a 3/8 hose. And so since I stayed with the stock return line, I just trimmed it off and then bent it. Got a bender from AutoZone that they use, the rent-a-tool, and I bent it in a different direction so that it would kind of point down here. Reused the clamp, put a compression fitting here. There is a bulb that you can maybe not see here. That is a compression fitting, just the ferrule onto the steel here, and that is to give me something that I can prevent from slipping off with this clamp. That's a Kleiner did that with fuel lines, I believe, and I like that. So you put it on there, you tighten up the compression fitting, and then you cut off the female swivel, and you're left with the ferrule on there. And then the other side is just pressed up. This is 3/8 line, pressed up on the nipple there, and clamp held in place. So that's pretty much it. The power steering, put the extenders on. This is a 95 rack. I don't have the tie rods adjusted yet. Just put in the fluid. Terrible camera work. Sorry about that. Just kind of showing you a general summary of the power steering. And I put a hose clamp on to hold the piece on. What is all this here? Got some. Oh, this is from the water. This is water from filling up the radiator earlier. Came out of the pepcock here. So that's what that is. I'm hoping. Need to find out for sure.